Right, this is the most exciting part of the podcast in my eyes, where our producer Aidan Hewitt seeks the socials and myself and Kurt unpack them. Aidan.
Gentlemen, welcome back to Seeking the Socials. Good to have you back. It's been a while since we did one of these. I think it's been close to a month now. So today we have a pick and choose scenario. So we can choose between Twitter/X, Facebook, or Instagram. You guys can fight to the death and decide who chooses where we're going.
Up to you, my friend.
Aidan, sorry, when you were saying that, I kept thinking about your news voice.
Yeah.
What did you pick and choose scenario?
I was just thinking, Aidan Hewitt, ETV. Thank you very much.
Aidan, you're gonna have to give me those channels again, bro. I'm sorry, I was just thinking of the pick and choose scenario.
Well, Kurt, it's the same three social medias.
The main three.
The options that I've always given you. Yeah, so Twitter or X, Facebook, and Instagram.
Okay, I'm gonna go. Let's go X.
Beautiful, fantastic. The post reads: what has been the greatest free transfer of all time? Any league, any team, any player. Which player moved to a club for free but rarely stood out?
Sean, you'll know of South African players or PSL-based players, right? Who've moved for free and done wonders.
You would think.
Yeah, there are loads. I mean, Juventus famously, Aidan, I think between...
Wasn't Pirlo... Didn't Pirlo go on a free?
Pirlo was a free transfer. Paul Pogba was a free transfer when he moved from United to Juventus. And let's not forget that he had 4 excellent years there before returning to United. Won a couple of Serie A titles, I think went to a Champions League final, lost to Barcelona. But he was absolutely phenomenal. And at the time, Pogba was so highly rated in England that it was very, very disappointing for United to lose him. And he went on to show exactly why United fans felt that way. He was phenomenal. And then they sold him for 90 million 4 years later. So that is an excellent free transfer because they just made profit.
Wow. What about Lewandowski?
What about Sol Campbell? Tottenham to Arsenal.
That was 2000 and... When was that? 2000.
Sure.
Did you say 1?
2001, yes.
2001.
I remember it like it was yesterday, Kurt.
That is crazy. That is crazy.
I mean, he did pretty well at Arsenal, didn't he?
Yeah, he was. Sol Campbell was an excellent defender.
Yeah.
For many years.
Do you know who else? You might disagree, but what about Milner? Man City to Liverpool.
Big fucking free transfer. Outrageous.
Yeah, I'd have him in my team any day, man.
Yeah.
How many trophies did he win at Liverpool? Unbelievable.
I think he won 6. Everything
Boring
there was
Milner.
to win. Boring Milner, yeah.
Have you seen that Twitter feed? Boring
Yes.
James Milner. It's brilliant.
I'm trying to think. There must be more. So Juventus had quite a few of them.
Did Lewandowski go to Bayern for free from Dortmund?
Yes, he did.
Was it free?
From Dortmund to Bayern.
Yeah.
Yes,
it
was free.
that one. I mean, that was a pretty good free transfer.
That's fair. I mean, he's their
looking
all-time
at his
record goal scorer.
performance. Yeah.
But what about you missing a goodie, Curtie, being a United fan? What about Ibra?
Zlatan.
That
was fun, but it wasn't really fruitful, was it? We didn't win a whole lot. I loved him. I loved Zlatan.
Sold a lot of t-shirts.
Yeah. No, I loved Zlatan. That was exciting, and it made me feel really good as a United fan knowing that he was only going to play for Manchester United in England, even when we weren't at our best. That was special.
We can't even chat Messi, right? He didn't make...
Well, he went to PSG for free, but it didn't really work out that well.
Yeah, we can't say that was a fruitful one.
But did he go to free to Inter Miami from PSG?
Yes.
Because he's made a big difference there.
That's a great shout. He actually just scored now in the early hours of this morning. We are on Friday morning for those listeners who don't know. But he scored a phenomenal left-footed, trademark finish from the edge of the box again.
I mean, he's literally put the MLS on the map.
Yeah. And Inter Miami. Before that, no one really cared too much. They had Phil Neville as their head coach. Things were bad, but they've improved drastically, and I think they won a trophy in his first 10 games, which was their first ever trophy. I think that this season, if he and Suarez can stay fit, they've got a really good chance of going all the way in the MLS. Yeah, that's a great one. There's definitely other players that we are missing out here, Aiden, and it's
What
driving me crazy.
about Michael Ballack
Ballack to Chelsea?
to Chelsea?
Yeah, I mean, Ballack was the best in his earlier years when he was at Leverkusen, in the early 2000s. I thought he was phenomenal, and for Germany, that guy showed up. He was good for Chelsea. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think that he necessarily took them to a whole nother level. And I think that he left. What was the story there? Oh, he decided to reject United for Chelsea, and then a few years later, United won the Champions League. Chelsea.
Jeez, that sucks, dude.
Aiden, while I'm here, I'm actually just gonna quickly just Google this, because there must be players who we could talk about. It doesn't have to be long.
Sean, do you not have any PSL players in mind?
No. I mean, it's just not something that sticks in my pip. I think the majority, like George Mamelodi, Chiefs to Sundowns, would have been a goodie. He was for free. It's a bit of a silly question, because very, very, very rare does any team pay besides Sundowns for a player in the PSL. If that makes sense. It's very, very rare. Very, very rare. Does happen. I'm seeing here JJ Okocha to Bolton from PSG. That's pretty decent. Oh, what about Luis Enrique, Madrid to Barcelona?
Was that a free transfer?
Apparently, I must be on the same website you are. 1996.
Okay, but
wow.
Yeah, but you know what, Aiden, I know that you're going to think I'm being biased, and I apologize in advance for that. But I think if I was going to say who I think the best free transfer of all time is,
are you going to say what I think you're going to say?
I think I'm going to go Messi. I think that's a great shout to Inter Miami. I think that has changed the game in America. I think it's totally elevated football there. And I mean, Messi's status has grown so much since he's gone there with that American audience.
Sure.
The money that he's bringing in and is being paid, and the eyeballs on that league, I think it has been
revolutionary.
A defining moment. Yeah, revolutionary.
Fair.
Completely.
Yep, wow. I can only but respect that, Kurt.
Thank you, Aiden. I know it's not a top league, but it's still huge.
Well, the question was any league.
Yeah, no, I didn't specify. By country or continent. I said any league.
So, Aiden, thank you very much.
Sean, you're welcome. Gentlemen, have a lovely day further. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you, Aiden.